I like it. I like
I
it.
love it. I love it. I love it a lot.
Okay, let's
I
do
love
it.
it a lot.
I
Okay,
love it a
Mayume?
lot.
A
Okay,
lot.
a lot.
A lot. I love it a lot.
Lightworkers Unite is a podcast and social show hosted by intuitive women, lightworkers, and most importantly, friends, Mayume and Manjeet. Welcome to our podcast, Lightworkers Unite, where we believe there is a lightworker within all of us.
Whether you are a medium, an educator, or a nuclear medicine technologist, there is a lightworker within you, and we have work to do.
This is a safe and sacred place where lightworkers connect, grow, and learn.
And share our light with the world. Good morning.
Good afternoon. It is well afternoon. Well into
Jeez.
afternoon. And my
I don't know where the day went.
Oh gosh, I'm cold.
Wow.
Chilly.
No, it's fall. It just
it is.
snuck up
But
on
it's
us, right?
Beautiful. It's so beautiful. It was 86 degrees yesterday.
I know. It was
What
nuts.
the heck? I watched the
Yeah.
Seahawks game on the back patio. It was lovely.
Oh, and they
Lovely.
won.
Yes, they did.
That was
But the
lovely.
Mariners lost. I was so
I know.
sad about that.
Uh,
Darn it. But
I know.
anywho, but yeah, good stuff. So it's a crisp fall day. I don't know if you can hear the weed whacker going on or whatever the heck that is, or lawnmower in the background. Can you hear it?
No, I actually can't.
Okay.
I can't
Okay, good,
today.
good.
But I'll let you know. I know we're having construction too next door, so we're hearing that.
I saw you spray your spray. I'm gonna spray mine, and you know what? I'm out. Like I'm barely.
What? Oh my gosh,
Oh
I have a little bit more.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh, you have like half a bottle left. Holy cow.
It's a little less, but yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I use
Yeah,
it very
mine's
sparingly.
empty. Look at that.
Gosh. See?
Yeah, I need to get another one. I need to get another
Okay.
one.
Well, can you wait till Christmas?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Yes.
Well, it is so nice to be with you today, my sister. It has been, we were just talking offline before we got on about how quickly the month, it's fucking October already.
It's October.
I don't
It's
even
insane.
understand what's happening this year.
And it's not even like early October. We're on the 17th. It's like, what? It's like going to be over in a week. It feels so weird. Yeah. So I guess over in 2 weeks. Yeah.
And it's fall. So we're going into this fall weather. We're wearing sweaters in our podcast today. We're
I
like
got a
both
sweatshirt.
hunkering in. I know it is really weird. And I think we will have an upcoming episode as well coming up for fall, a little tarot pull for the fall weather. So stay tuned for that.
Yep, that'll be fun.
But
Yeah,
right
but
now,
in the meantime, we're gonna talk about scary shit.
yeah.
Because Halloween is like my second favorite holiday, and I'm gonna be with you on Halloween, sister.
Oh my gosh,
Phoenix for Celebrate Your Life.
Holy shit! I totally didn't. Oh,
I know. I feel like I might want to bring a little something fun to dress up in, or little, I don't know. I might have to do something that's Halloween. I have to do something. A hat, lashes, makeup. I don't know. I don't know what it is yet, but
we could totally witch out and get those big, remember? At our
I
goddess gatherings.
I got the fuzzies eyelashes. Yeah.
Yeah, you gave me some. And we wore them at one of our goddess gatherings together.
We did. It was awesome.
Hilarious. I could not, I was so distracted by your beauty in that.
We were tapping into fish eyes.
Oh, stop it. My God.
I have nothing. I have no eyelashes. Like, see, they're all gone. And I came back from our retreat and I saw they started to just fall off. Just one by one. I was like, I looked down and they're all in the sink. I'm like, it's like gold going down the sink. But anyway, yes, we're gonna do that. Let's wear a fuzzy eyelashes.
Okay.
While we're there for something fun.
Yeah, and just wear like black and like look all like witchy. Yes, witchy. Yes. I just had my last intuitive women's circle, which was all about embracing your inner witch. And that was so fucking fun.
Oh, I bet it was. I bet it was awesome.
It was just so cool because it was really interesting how many women really are connected with that energy. Like that's kind of what's happening right now in October. I feel like the pagan energy, that witchy energy, and the women that came to the circle, they were all connected to like a lineage, I think, of witching, of being witches,
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
like it was very, and so I wonder how many of our listeners do resonate with that feeling of this, especially this time of year where we get kind of closer. The veil is thinner, right? Between past lives and, all of that witchy, ghosty stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. And just so people are clear, we're not talking about necessarily the witch that wears black and striped pantyhose and rides a broom. We're talking about all kinds of witches or women that were probably psychic mediums, like myself, and who knew things, and so that was witchy, or people that were herbal healers who did the alchemy and the mixing of concoctions and things to help. I'm sure there's so many things that people attribute to being a witch, or sorry, that don't attribute these things to being a witch, and they think, oh yeah, like the black witch on the broom, ha ha ha, that has the black cat and all this and the warts on the nose and nasty. But if you look at all the stories in history, even the fun fictional stories, witches are psychic, and they can see, the ones that carry the eyeballs, in mythology, right? And they use the eyeball to see, because without, they can't see anything. They don't know anything. So I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, witchcraft and like goes back to like 1020 AD, right? Where witches were known as like seers, and they actually brought in good fortune, and they were highly psychic, and they were healers on the planet. And that was very scary when the 16th century came about, with organized religion. That was like scary to them, that you could heal people with medicine or like plants, and people that could see things that they maybe other people couldn't see. That was very terrifying, right? So then became the massacre of witches.
Not as scary, but thinking like, oh, how could you know that? And it must be the work of the devil, or Satan, and all that bullshit. Yeah.
And it was women, right? That was the part that was so, I think, really terrifying for women. It was like we were prosecuted for being who we are. And so, that I think that really has an impact in our lives today as women, that we were afraid of prosecution, to be seen. And so I think a lot of light workers are in that boat where we're scared to kind of come forward, or scared to be seen, because maybe deep down, many lives before, we were crucified for that, right? For being in our full power. And I think, girl, it's time. We're bringing it back.
Bringing it back. Exactly. Although I just can't seem to call myself, because that doesn't resonate with me. Like, I don't know if I would use the word witch. If someone says, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" "Oh, well, I'm a witch." I can't see it like in my emails at the very bottom, Mayume Corelli, witch. Like, it just doesn't on my business cards. Like it's still kind of a weird word to associate with what we do. But
it's been really bastardized, that word, right? It's been transformed, and it's been dirtied, like, I feel like witches have had a really they got a bad rap.
Exactly.
There's
it's seer.
Yes, I think they were seers, right?
Yes, and I think that sounds cool to me. I don't know.
Well, because you are a seer in this life, right? You are maybe channeling the seer from past lives, right? That bringing it forward. And I just love that. I love this time of year, because we start really like challenging, the things that are where we have felt suppressed maybe, but then also like what we're afraid of, like what are the things that we are really fearful of.
yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yes.
What are you afraid of?
Well, plain and simple, I'm 52 years old and I'm still afraid of the dark. I mean, come on. I'm so sorry. It's so ridiculous, but I am. I don't like the dark.
We learned this about each other, listener, on our retreat, because we both were rooming together, and we both were just too embarrassed to say, "Are we turning off the lights? Like, can we leave the one on in the corner?" Like
you need sunlight. Yeah, because
we were both like,
we were both the same. I mean, because shit happens, things appear in the dark, or my eye, it just is crazy. So, even in the Temazcal, when it was pitch black, I could open my eyes and see absolutely nothing, but I knew that if I left my eyes open, I would see shit. So I kept them closed in the dark the whole time because it was safer to keep them closed than to open them and see stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I see shit in the dark. It's so funny. We were laughing our asses off because we know each other really well, but on this, we're sleeping together in this room, big old room. And we're like, are you turning the light off or am I turning it off? I'm closest to the light. I better go do it. Did we leave the one on in the corner? So we're both like, okay, take a deep breath. We're going to turn off the fucking lights. It was, and we were fine.
But fine. Yes.
The dark.
Yeah. So the dark. And so I want to say this is really scary to me to be. So we have our cabin, you know very well. We have this cabin, my family's cabin over in Eastern Washington. It's about 70 miles north of Spokane, kind of around the Kettle Falls area, Colville area on Lake Roosevelt. So anyway, our cabin's like way up the mountain, and it's a hunting cabin for deer, etc. But my dad and my uncle, God bless their souls, both have passed now. My uncle Jim had his cabin was near our cabin, and he would walk from, we call it the big and the little cabin. He would walk from the big cabin, which is ours, to his little cabin in the pitch black, no flashlight. He knew the trail, which was like a dirt road, really dirt, rocky, overgrown road. He knew it by heart. Yeah.
Nope.
And
not me.
No. He would do that. And I would say to him, Uncle Jim, how can you do that? Aren't you scared? He's like, scared of what? He had no fear at all. But the mere fact that he knew where he was going. It's dark up there. Like,
oh my gosh. It's pitch black. Like, you can see the stars are the only things, right, that are like lighting up. Yeah, it's crazy.
And, I mean, like if the moon was shining that night, maybe you could see.
Oh yeah.
But he knew it so well because he said he walks all over the property in the dark. So that to me is frightening. Please don't send me outside in the woods in the dark. No thanks.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm not doing that. No, I don't like it. I don't like the dark. That makes me very scared.
Yes, I know. Me too. Yeah. It's something so simple. And my poor daughters growing up, I don't blame them for being scared of the dark. I don't blame them having night lights and things to play. Yeah. And I know some people think it's very childish or like, oh, come on now. Like, don't be afraid of the dark. I remember Cheryl, my old spiritual teacher, she was not afraid of the dark because she didn't have that fear. She just she always tried never to have any fear. So there was nothing to be fearful of. So therefore she was not ever afraid of it. And I remember hearing that and thinking, I wonder if I'll ever get there. Well, here I am.
I know, it's crazy.
52, I'm not there. So what else? What else scares you, my sister?
Well, I do believe that there are some, negative energies, just like there are positive energies around. And I do think that there are negative energies and I feel like they kind of coagulate in darkness, right? Because when there is light, like we are light workers, right? We talk about this in our very first podcast. We work in the light and love always, right? Because that is where negativity and all of that those denser, lower frequency energies cannot reach us, right?
Correct.
But I remember being at a good friend of mine's house. And, they had a lot of negative energy in their home, really. Like they were not happily married. There's lots of fighting, like it was a really, I love her dearly, but really going through a hard time. And I think, we talked about this too in our house clearings, that energy finds its way into the corners of the room, right? Yes. So when we do our house clearings, we sage the fuck out of that stuff, get it all out of those dark and deep corners. Yeah. So one time we were staying over there, I was staying there and I was in the basement. To go. Oh my God. Okay. Basement already scary as fuck, right?
Yes.
So I have to go from one room to the boot room to go out. But in between is like a laundry room and there were no lights in there. Like the only way to get to the light was on the other side of the room, in the boot room. So I had to walk through the darkest room in the house to the boot room so that I could leave. Right. Oh my gosh. I have to tell you this. I still get freaked out because I do often see this and again, this is about being in the dark. Right. Yes. So I remember going into the dark and I remember looking into the corner and I remember there was this swirling dark energy and it was black on black. It was, when you have something really dark that you can see, but it's in pitch black. Yes, it was the weirdest thing, but I could feel this really weird swirling black energy in the corner. And I just looked at it. I just looked at it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it started to grow. So as my fear grew, it grew.
That's exactly right.
Right into this huge, big, tall, kind of misty body, in the dark. It doesn't have shape. It's just this dark entity, this dark being, kind of all the way up to the ceiling. And my dad had taught me, whenever you're afraid, you just swear at it.
Oh my God, that's what Cheryl used to say to me too.
You say, get the fuck out of my way.
Yes.
You have no power here. And I don't know what happened, but I just felt this huge, somebody had put a metal plate in my spine and I just stood up and I went, F off, get out of here. You do not belong here. And I am not afraid of you. And it just literally disapparated.
Mm-hmm.
That was,
I wonder if we're told that. I love that. Hello, Harry Potter. I
don't even know if that's right, but
if we were told these things because swearing gives you, let's be honest, it kind of gives you power.
Yeah.
For you to say those forceful things that you would not normally say, because that was the same thing that I was taught 20 years ago. When I would see those things in my room next to my bed, hovering above me, wherever they were, I would get in fear mode and then they would take form and shape and get closer. And she taught me, you have to get strong. You say, fuck you, get the fuck out of my house.
Ooh, yeah.
It was
I felt that.
Yeah. and say, no, you are not allowed here. No, you must leave now. She taught me all these words. And of course, I've taught my girls these words. And of course, my husband wakes up in the middle of the night hearing me say these things what's going on? What's going on? What the hell, Yum? What's up? I wake him right up when I'm no. So
it's scary.
It's scary, but the power, I think that's why they have us speak like that, right? Just to get into the power. Because we're not going to be please leave. That's not powerful. When you say fuck off, that's powerful.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And it really, it kind of comes from this, right, deep place of empowerment. Yes. Really your solar plexus, it comes right from that third chakra, just kind of right up there. And you just, I just felt in that moment, I can either live in fear from this and never go to her house again. Or I can, take my father's advice and just say, this isn't where I live. I do not live in a place of fear. But I think it's really interesting because, I was kind of saying when there's a lot of negative, when you're around a lot of that negative kind of lower frequency energy, some of that energy kind of finds its way around you and in the corners of the room. Right. But I feel also, now that it is Halloween, so it's like the veil is lessened, but we're also seeing a lot of scary stuff on TV. All the horror movies are out, all
Yeah.
of that stuff, right? It just builds that frequency of being afraid and being scary, and
Yes,
right?
which is fun.
It is super
I mean,
fun.
I love it. Yeah. But yeah.
But I think it adds, right? It
Oh
definitely
yeah.
adds to that feeling of, ooh, this, that, like having more, I'm having way more bad dreams than I ever have.
Mm.
I've had, and just being a little bit more nervous because it's darker now.
Yep.
It's really dark at 7:30 here in Seattle.
I
So,
know. It's gonna
walking.
get even darker. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
true.
I just think that's really, yeah, that was a really scary. And I think when my defenses are kind of low, that's when I feel like I'm gonna get, I get hit with
Yes,
fear,
yes, me too.
So
No, and I can tell the difference now because I'm not in fear mode very often anymore
yeah,
at all.
yeah.
Because I'm not walking in the forest in the dark. I'm not putting myself in situations
Mm.
where I'm scared. The only time that I am nervous is the only time that feeling, because I can recognize it now, that would come upon me would be at night, to be honest with you. Would be at night when it is dark, when I'm awoken, and then if I, look around, if I actually take the time and look around, then I feel like I'm almost like looking for it. If I ignore it and say, no,
Yeah,
everything's good, right? But if
yeah.
I'm really focused and I'll stare at a dark spot, oh, I could turn it into many things. I can have it
Oh,
morph into
girl.
all. And then you start to play tricks, on yourself where you're saying, did I create that am I seeing something actually there? Because I always say, wait, is that turning into something because I'm seeing it or am I freaking doing that? So,
Yeah.
and then I just have to go stop, stop, stop. But I'm not in that fear-based mode like I was almost every single night of my life growing
Mm,
up
that's
anymore at
horrible. Yeah,
all. Yeah,
that's
not
good.
afraid. Yeah. My daughters are my daughter, my middle one, poor girl. She has to have the lights on no matter what
Yeah.
because and I'll go in there, you sure you want to have this on? It's so bright. She goes, I have to, Mom, otherwise I'll see spirit. That's all she says. I just don't want to see
Oh,
spirit because when it's dark, she sees spirit. Well, if the
yeah.
lights are on, they're not there. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I
Right?
think it is psychosomatic too. Like, I think you're
Yeah.
right. When if you have that in your mind, and that's been like how you're programming your brain to wire that the dark equals spirit, then that becomes your reality, right?
Yes.
Your belief becomes that reality,
Correct.
right? And so
I
I
agree.
think that that's a really powerful thing as a light worker, is what do we want to believe in? Because
Yeah.
whatever we believe in becomes our reality, becomes
It
our truth. So you
absolutely.
know, yeah.
Absolutely. That's why I say with people who believe that there is a devil, that there is a Satan, that there
Yeah,
is a hell, if they believe that, that is their reality. It really,
yeah,
I mean, I believe that, then they're going to have this fear base that there's this person, this entity, that calls himself the devil and Satan that rules the underworld and blah, 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 and sends out demons to snatch your soul and to have you change. And,
dang girl,
oh
okay,
no,
oh my, that's a
right? Isn't that terrible?
yes,
I don't
it
believe in
is.
that shit, but it's true. There's so many people that believe that, and they believe sometimes in the work that I do that I'm opening a portal
Yeah,
that allows the demons or the devil in, and I
right,
just
right.
fucking can't go there. It's so bullshit. It's so much
Yeah,
bullshit. No, I'm telling everyone, no, that does not happen. Now, I'm sorry
yeah.
that that might be your reality. I'm sorry that you were brought up, if you were brought up that way as a young
Hmm.
child learning this. I mean, then it's your belief system and it's inbred in you, just like I have
Yeah.
many things that are inbred in me. But as I got older and to learn, I mean, I heard about the devil. I didn't know what to believe. I just thought, oh, there's a heaven, there's a hell. And until you kind of get older and you're like, wait a second, that doesn't really
Hmm.
makes sense to me, or that doesn't jive. Or if you have some parents or older people, adults that would kind of shine a light, or you'll hear them. I would hear like my girlfriend's parents talk, and my dad was always a big talker too. So hearing some older folk talk about their beliefs, or, oh, I think that's nonsense, or I believe maybe this here on earth is hell and that there's a heaven that we go back to. They would say things that resonated with me, that I would be like,
Yeah.
oh, that feels like I believe that. Like that that I can believe, or that feels better to me. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
this is something I think we should always tell our light workers too. No matter what you believe, as long as you are vibrating and in that high frequency, where if you are in love, if you are in compassion and kindness and vibrating and living your life as a light worker, and always with the intention that you're coming from the light, then that's great. Even if you have a belief, let's say, I'm sure there's light workers out there that do believe that there's a hell and a devil because
Yeah.
of the religion and because of the world. So how do you manage that, when you're working in the light? Now, if you're a healer or psychic mediums, like this, intuitives, I think people assume that we are dealing with it every day. And that's,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, every day, but only when I want to. I'm not walking around and open, to letting things come in. But I don't know. I'm just curious to see. I'd love to talk to the light worker that has those beliefs, and are they scared?
Yeah. Well, I
You
would
know,
suspect that you would be, right? I mean, if you have a such a
a
polarizing
belief.
belief, yeah, then what happens is you're almost afraid. It's like you're working in the light, not because you choose to, but because you're in fear of the consequence,
Yes,
right? And that's a very different frequency, isn't it? It's a
completely.
constant, layer of, oh, if I don't do it that way, then I will go to hell. That is an
Right,
absolute guilty, shamed like process, right? Where
right.
you
Yes,
and I think that
yes.
that's a very, very different kind of frequency. But you're right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
If you're
mm-hmm.
brought up that way, or you have these belief systems, and I'm sure this is very controversial for a lot of people. I'm sure people don't, you know, feel like this is part of my religion or whatever.
Yes,
But I think it's not that we're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not that we're saying that there aren't negative energy there or
correct.
entities.
We
We're
we
not
are in
saying
fact,
that they don't exist. We're saying that they are actually there. But what we choose to focus on becomes our reality. And we're not choosing to live in that frequency of
yeah,
that dense, low energy. We are looking
right.
at being in the light. And this is a big part of like witches, just bringing back the witching energy. That was a big part of their fundamental belief was, whatever you put out into the world, whether it's, negative or positive, you get that
Mm-hmm.
back, that karma back 3 times as powerful. So it really makes you think about, what is the energy that I'm sending out into the world? What am I looking
Absolutely.
at in the world? Because the consequence of you sending out shitty negative energy means
Mm-hmm.
you just magnified all of that shitty negative energy back into your own lap, right?
Yeah,
And so I love that
agreed.
concept. That's a fundamental um, concept of witches, right? Is that they are very mindful about what their intention is, because if we're not clear about what we're doing and how we're being, then
Mm-hmm.
we will not be prepared for the consequences of that, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
agreed.
I think that's so what do you do as a psychic medium when you bump into someone and you feel something negative around them?
Hmm.
How do you
What
manage that?
Well, but so that's interesting. So kind of going off of what you just said. So I believe a lot of this negative energy is human made, right? Man made, I would say man made, but human made, where because of the density and the negativity and of the energy that we are all made up of, and the energy, the lower vibrational energy can become stagnant and create things, and then your fear plays a role. I feel like sometimes it is not an actual something from a different world that is like around them. I think it's something that maybe they created around them, right? So,
Yeah.
but yes, when I sense or feel that, I'm really repelled. I can feel it. I kind of build a wall where I don't like it, even if it's not their fault. And even if, let's say, that energy that I sense around them is fear or sadness or
Yeah.
it's their own stuff, but I can feel it and see it. That to me isn't as scary as the ones that maybe I can tell are a little darker in drug use,
Mm.
violence, self harm, where their mental state is really at a either violent or suicidal level. That's different. There's different types of energies around people that
Yeah.
one is dark and
Yeah.
scary that I almost feel like sometimes we've talked about this, where I'll
Yeah.
see what looks like a giant like cockroach like on their shoulders or on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it appears to me. I don't think there's really a giant cockroach in spirit that's latching on, but it's ugly and it's kind of whispering in their ear
Mm-hmm.
because they're vibrating at such a low frequency and they're kind of controlling them like a puppet.
Yeah.
So when I see that or sense that, it doesn't scare me. Like I'm not like, oh shit, what did I just see? It's more like, oh, what the hell's going on
What's
here?
that? Yeah. What is that?
What's that?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that? What is that from? What are they doing that has
Yeah.
created this sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's like spirit is showing me how they feel and
Yeah.
that they're under someone else's control.
Yeah. Yeah. That's happened to me before too. And I've kind of learned now what they look like what, yours is the cockroach or, um, I had a client once and I literally felt like she was two people. Like it was like there was a dark side of her, like it was like kind of like behind her. And so there was like this light. And then all of a sudden it was like this really dark, exactly same person, like it was like a mirrored image of herself, but it was like she was either beside her or behind her. And
Mm,
as we were digging a little, it was depression.
yeah,
It was
right?
depression. Yes,
I
that
can
was
see
the
how that,
energy.
yeah.
It was almost like a whole nother negative, like darker person that was always with her. And it was just
Yeah.
very interesting,
Interesting.
how we, that all comes across. And I think as light workers, we're really in tune with our visuals, like how we're seeing things. But I wonder if people in general are just feeling that energy from other people. Like they don't know what it is, but they're sensing this kind of darker negative energy around someone. And they're just like, I don't think I want to be around you. That empath, right? The light
Yeah.
worker empath. They're just feeling like, wow, there's some negative energy around this person.
Yes.
I don't know if I like it. I don't want to be
Hmm.
around him. So I just think it's really validating. It's important to trust that, right?
Yeah.
Trust that feeling that you're getting from someone to kind of protect yourself, right? Not
Yeah.
because
Agreed.
they can unintentionally kind of lower your vibration too without you even knowing it.
Right.
And
Absolutely. And
that's,
if you come in
yeah,
as a light, I mean, I believe that sometimes those darker energies they're attracted to
yeah,
light.
to light, yeah,
And yeah, so of course you show up and you're bringing your beautiful light, and that's why you feel compelled to like, wait a second, I don't, this
mm-hmm,
energy feels weird. I need to put up a boundary. I need to put up a protection
yeah.
shield. I don't want that shit in my energy field at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
And just, I think having this conversation, really being aware of what are the things that really make you go into fear mode. What
Yeah.
are those things? Having that awareness.
Zombies.
Oh,
Zombies.
girl, I was just gonna say that. Oh my God,
Get the
they're
hell out of here.
terrifying.
No
Oh my
way.
gosh. That is so funny. I was literally just gonna say that. I was gonna say zombies, and I have a completely like crazy fear of werewolves. And that's because I
The
watched
dogs. Oh.
when I was young, American Werewolf in London.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that movie scared the absolute shit out of
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know, I look at it now and the effects are like so bad.
Oh, I know that. Isn't it helpful to see it from a different lens when you're older?
Yeah. But that feeling of losing control,
Yes.
like not knowing who you are and how, like what happens. And there's a really great movie out. It's like, I think it's only like a 50-minute show, and I think it's Disney Plus. They do this every holiday, and it's called Werewolf by Night, and it's all black and white. It is amazing. I loved it. I highly recommend it. It was just a great show. But it was, about monsters and monster hunters and werewolves and all that kind of stuff. So it's just, there's some scary shit out there.
I know. And I am happy. Gosh, can you hear that? It's a generator.
I can now. Yeah.
Shoot. Okay.
It's okay though. It's not bad.
Shut a window. I think he's on a motorized lawnmower. I think he's driving it. So we're going to pause.
Okay.
And I'm going to go shut it just so that I don't have to record it. Okay. Just hold on. Thanks. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry. I had to do that. That was crazy. So, what were we even talking about?
Zombies and werewolves and
yeah.
Great show on Disney Plus.
Yes, that's right. Well, it's so funny that you and I are both scared of zombies. That's what
my God.
I hate The Living Dead. Now, what helped? I hate it.
Like that show.
The Walking Dead. I said The Walking Dead. Everyone knows The Walking. And I refuse. And my mom, back when her mind was normal, maybe this is why she has dementia to forget all this shit. She would watch this shit. She would watch it, and I'd be like, "Mom, why are you watching that?" And she goes, "Oh, it's so exciting." And then she was just like, look at that guy. and so I would sit there for a little bit and kind of like through, fingers like this.
Yes.
Kind of like watching a train wreck. I would watch it and I'm like, okay, the characters, it's fine. I get there's a storyline, cool. The one that I happened to stumble on was when a 15-year-old, maybe he was 12, I don't know. He was a boy. He was a child.
Oh, no.
They have to pretend that they're zombies and they're walking to get through the zombies. And he's there with his mom and he starts to freak out and have a panic attack and he just starts to scream. And they all go to him and start devouring him in front of his mother. And I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
It was awful. No, it was awful. So anyway, zombies creep me out. They're just gross, disgusting. It helps to know that they're not real. They're not real.
Not yet.
Right? No. Shut up.
I'm just saying, I'm a science person. Right, and I'm just saying, there's some weird.
No, I'm not listening to you. La 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 la. No,
no.
What?
But the most scariest zombie movie I have ever seen, and I still watch them because I'm obsessed with all of it. Is the Train to Busan? I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's
nope, and nor will I ever.
Train to Busan. Yeah, it is unbelievable. Because you can imagine being in a train when the zombie apocalypse happens, right?
Oh,
and you
no.
Get out, right? Like it is, and it's so freaking scary. I just hate zombies fast. They run really, really fast.
Oh, you're cutting in and out. It's like all glitchy. Every other word.
Oh, I don't know why.
Okay, there you go. Like, sometimes I don't know why either. I'm like, is it mine?
Maybe you're hearing it.
Maybe. I'm at 88% though. It's weird. I didn't know if your connection was solid. It was getting all glitchy. I wonder. Yeah.
I've got my beats on. I got my beats.
Okay. Okay. All right. So say that again because you were really into it. Imagine being on a train.
Imagine being on a train when the zombie apocalypse happens. I didn't just tell you this movie fucking blew my mind. It is terrifying.
No.
And it's so scary because, it's like the whole you get bitten or, attacked by them and then you're infected, right? And so and I just, when zombies run really fast, that's the worst.
They're
No,
not
yeah,
supposed to.
No, they're supposed to go,
Yeah.
no, not
I
in this
love
movie.
the sound effect.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they walk. Yeah.
Oh,
You
the
are
Train to Busan.
hilarious.
It is
Wait, can you say that
terrifying.
slower? Train to
Busan.
Busan. Is that French?
No.
Oh,
Try
Busan.
it's Busan, and it is
Busan.
I believe it's I think it's a Chinese film.
Oh,
Japanese?
of
Oh, it's
course.
South Korean. It's a Korean film.
It's crazy Asian film. No, thank you. No, thank
It
you.
is subtitled. It is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, gross.
It's awesome. I'm telling you,
I
like
thought you were afraid of zombies.
I am, but I like watching them.
Oh,
I do
God.
like watching them. I love werewolf movies. I love.
But you're afraid
they
of the
scare
dark,
me.
but you won't be in the dark. But you're afraid of zombies, but you will definitely devour zombie movies. No, thank you.
Love it.
No, I
love
can't
them.
stand it.
Well, what is?
Oh, go ahead.
What's funny? No, you tell me. What's so funny?
No, I was gonna say when you said zombies, you were gonna like I just beat you to the punch to say zombies. Then the other thing that I was gonna say was werewolves, and then you said also werewolves. I thought that was crazy. You and I have we ever talked about this? That we're afraid of
I don't think so.
things?
No.
I mean, it could have been mermaids and vampires, but no, it was zombies and werewolves. So the werewolf, ever since I saw, was it Silver Bullet way back in the 80s, right? I mean, that scared the crap out of me. But then I saw Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox, and I'm good now. So werewolves don't scare me. Yeah, they don't scare me. But I really freaking hate zombies, and maybe I hate zombies so much because there is deep down a fear of mine that they will happen. Please no.
Well,
please,
I know,
no.
and I'm not trying to scare you, but I think
You're
that
scaring
is
everyone
probably...
who's listening. Everybody who's listening, you're scaring the shit out of them right now.
of all of these, scary things, I think that is probably maybe the most realistically, that could really happen. Because we do a lot of,
and come back to life.
Yeah, I think there was actually something that happened that it happened to an animal, like a goat or something that came back to life, and they called it like a zombie goat or something. I can't remember. I'll have to Google it. But I remember,
animals with rabies and shit when they get all crazy,
right?
Like Cujo. Remember Cujo? Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
I don't know. So do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite horror movie?
You don't understand what's happening to my energy right now. See, my energy is like going down because the fear, like this is what happens. So that's another reason why I don't like watching scary movies, because it lowers my frequency. My girls and I talking about it. It's very real. It's like down there, and I get like Jeffrey Dahmer bullshit that's on Netflix right now. I watched. I didn't want to, but again, whoever's got control of the television, and which was Amanda, and she was watching, and I was like, "What are you watching?" And she's watching. I'm watching Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm like, "Oh, girl, no, you can't watch
I love
this
it.
shit."
It's so good. I love it.
I watch. You love it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And I can't say to her, "Don't worry," when she's all freaking out and scared. Like, "Don't worry, it's not real." Fuck, I can't say that.
Yeah, that is real. Yes, yeah. There's
that really
some really
happened.
Tortured, sick people. Yeah, in the world. I
don't like the vibration that it makes me feel inside. I just don't like it. So I refuse to watch. I refuse. There's no need for me to watch shit like that. But I understand kind of like the thrill, the adrenaline of, oh my God, this is terrible. I can't stop watching.
It's so funny. Your energy is down. Mine is like totally pumped. But I think also because it is like it's a connector in my family. My girls and William and I, we will hunker in when we find a really good scary movie. That's like a family at night. Like,
get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God, it's fucking amazing. It's like we get the popcorn out, and it's like, oh my
gosh,
we
do that too. We do. I love that.
Not scary. Not scary.
Hell no, not one of us.
And I love it because the girls love getting scared, and so it's kind of like this really cool.
I get it. It's a bonding moment for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. No, I get it. And people have that. No, thank you. I just don't.
Yeah.
And luckily, my girls don't either, not with us. We're watching, like, I don't know, Jumanji and stuff. We watch Adventure, Clash of the Titans. I don't even know,
I love
Family,
that too. Yeah, we
all
love
that
that
stuff.
too. But
But I want to say this. You asked me what my favorite horror movie was.
yeah.
And because I don't really watch horror movies, to be honest with you, so I'm going to go backwards in time when I did. And
Hmm.
I will say Poltergeist was one of
Oh,
those that I
yes.
still refer to because that whole rope coming out of the ceiling has
Mm.
happened to me laying in bed. Yes. Or I'm supposed to pull the rope, whatever
What?
reason. Yeah, one's dangling out of the ceiling. I was like, this is Poltergeist. So that would have to
That's
be it's
scary.
old, but it's my favorite. If I had a favorite, I really don't. I don't have any. I know okay, I'm trying to think of another one that was scary that I like. Oh, you know which one I really liked? Skeleton Key. That's not a
Oh,
horror. That's more suspense thriller.
um,
It was kind of
yeah.
scary.
That's like a more of a like a suspense, right? Like a
Yeah, I guess, but it's kind of
yeah. Was it
okay.
scary though? It might, I mean, that's okay. It might be
No,
scary.
but that was good. I'm trying to think of like what's scary. How about The Others with Nicole Kidman?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That was really good. Yes.
Yeah, that was really good and scary.
Ooh.
But I liked the twist. I like that shit because it's about spirit, so I'm okay with that. I just don't
Mm.
like just scary shit eating and biting and cutting, and I just don't like. I'm a wimp. I'm such a wimp, and you are cracking me up because I had no idea that you were into this stuff.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, and it's totally a family thing. There's another
Oh
really
my
great kind of witch movie. It's called Hellbender, and it's new. It's a newer one.
God. Ooh.
It's new and it's kind of like this witchy. It's 97% fresh, like tomatoes, rotten tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
It's so good because like they're in like this rock band, and I mean there's
Is there
so many.
people getting decimated and murdered and shit? Like
Um,
there's like a
well, it's kind of
killer.
I kind of like the suspensey, scary,
Yeah,
like
me
the
too.
Conjuring, like that, like Hereditary. Those are all like top, like fucking five, really scary. Although William Russell and I
Yeah.
almost got a divorce because of Hereditary. I was not in the mood for a scary movie, and he said, "Oh, it's really not that bad." It
Yeah.
was absolutely fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
And I
no
didn't sleep
thanks.
for 3 days. And so I was like, William,
You
you
enjoy
totally lied
this?
to me. It was
Oh
horrible. It was amazing, though.
God.
Really beautiful acting.
Yeah, no thanks.
Amazing. I mean, I just love it. I
Yep.
don't know.
I
It's a
it's a
genre I'm into.
absolutely hard
Yeah.
pass for me. Thank you. I have no interest at all. And I think it
Well,
was Hereditary. No, which one? Which
The
one is it?
Conjuring.
Is it there was one. I thought it was the Hereditary one where it was an old woman involved. Where
Mm.
maybe it's not that. There was of a scary movie that was out the same time that Jurassic World came out, the first one with Chris Pratt, and it was a horror
Mm.
movie that my daughter and her girlfriend went, her softball teammate, and they went to it, and we picked them up. This is before they could drive, and they saw it. In the horror movie was actually based on true events. Okay,
Mm.
so it was based on this old woman who took in kids and ended up killing them. I can't remember what it was. To be
Oh,
honest with you.
we'll have to
Anyway,
find it. I'll
we'll
have to
have to find.
find it.
Well, she gets into the car and we talk about the movies because we had seen Jurassic Park and they had seen the scary one. Right? Was that the order? No, I think they'd seen them both. Anyway, oh, I know what it was.
Mm.
They had seen Jurassic Park and she said she was so scared about Jurassic Park and I was like, really? She goes, well, yeah, she goes, but that's the thing. Like the other one, comparing the movie, the other one wasn't as scary because, that stuff can't really happen. Like, but the dinosaurs, she was scared because that was real. And John and I looked at each other and we started laughing. I mean, like kindly. I was like, wait a second. You were more scared because you were afraid that the dinosaurs was real.
We're more realistic.
And more realistic
hilarious.
and it's going to happen. Where the other one felt fake, but it actually did happen. So that's where I was like, hold on, girl. Like,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, so that doesn't sound right. Oh my God.
Oh my God, so funny.
Well, how about shows? Do you like any scary shows? Like a series of shows? Like,
so I got well, again, is it scary? I got really into Sabrina. That was on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that's kind of creepy. Okay.
There was kind of creepiness in that. Sure. I enjoyed it. I liked that. But yeah, there's a lot of things that are hardcore creepy, that's got a lot of killing that I don't like, but I'll appreciate how well written or well acted it is. So like Silence of the Lambs.
Brilliant, classic. Classic.
Seven, that one freaking
that's a great one.
That's a great one.
Love it.
These ones I can honor. Now, it doesn't mean that if I'm flipping through and it's on, I'm going to stop and watch it. Hell no. If I've seen it, I'm good. I'm good.
You're so funny. I'm loving this.
I do not need to see it again.
So good. Let's see which one of our light workers. Who do you resonate more with, Manjeet?
I'm sure more people love that shit. So many people love all the horror stuff.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is definitely a genre. Like, there are some people just really don't like it. I mean, I'm obsessed with the Mike Flanagan series. He does The Haunting of Hill House. That's on Netflix. It's been on for, I think it was on 2018. It started. And then he did another one, The Haunting of Blythe Manor, or Bly Manor, I think it's called Bly Manor.
Are these based on true events, or is this all fictional?
No, it's all fictional. Yeah, they call it the Flaniverse because it's Mike Flanagan. He's sure. He's amazing director. I'm obsessed. And now there's a new one that he just brought out for like the Halloween season.
Is it The Watcher?
No, it's called the Midnight Club, and I've only seen the first couple episodes, but it is amazing. Yeah, it's so creepy and scary. And I think this show, the Midnight Club, I think I heard this rumor that the first season broke the world record of most jump scares.
How do they track that shit?
I don't know, but I
track that.
As soon as William told me that, I was like,
I'm in.
Go.
So, because you love the adrenaline of being scared, right?
I do enjoy it, and I love watching it with the girls. Like, the girls just love it, and we just, it's something to talk about afterwards. So it's just kind of one of our family bonding things. But yeah, if you want to get some really great storytelling and amazing acting, the Mike Flanagan series, all of them on Netflix, are amazing. I can't speak for the Midnight Club yet because I'm still in it, but I love it so far. Like, I can't get enough. This is hilarious. This episode is making me laugh so.
Well, again, we are always learning about one another. I mean, we are friends that joined later in life. So there's clearly, I did not know this about you. And I think it's pretty awesome that we have the fear of zombies. I think that's kind of cool. Although mine's a true fear and yours is like a love fear. Like you're scared of them, but you love them. I
do love the movies. I think they're, I love
Did you watch The Walking Dead? Did you watch it?
I watched the first couple seasons and then I just kind of faded out of it. Just not because of it grossed me out or anything. It just because there's just a lot of other really great shows that I kind of took precedence for me. But I've always, I think it kind of went on a little long too, though. So it's kind of what I heard. So I don't know. I thought it was really interesting, very cool, but I didn't follow it all the way through. But yeah, I mean, the whole apocalyptic vibe, where that kind of dystopian or like future, right? Those kind of shows are always kind of interesting to me. But
I agree. Yeah, I love those.
Oh my God, look at us. So
crazy. Yeah.
Let us know, everybody. What's your favorite scary movie?
Right.
What are you scared of?
What are you scared of?
Yeah.
I mean, I heard that my daughter's, she's in a dorm at Trinity. One of her buddies, roommates, they don't listen to this, so this is fine, is absolutely petrified of bananas. And I was like, what?
Okay, what?
I'm like, that's not scary. No, petrified. Can't have it around. I don't know. So I'm like, did something happen to you in a past life with bananas? It's so ridiculous. It's like a phobia. It's a phobia. So phobia is kind of
that's different.
That's very different than things you're scared of. But yeah, I'm curious to see what. So I'm saying this for our listeners. Don't send us your phobias. I want to know what scares you. I don't want to hear about bananas and, grasshoppers. I want to hear like real things. What's scary?
Yeah, I know. And Melinda, my beautiful marketing director, she actually posted something on Friday. She does this every Friday, kind of like an interactive one. And I was laughing because I don't often know exactly what she's going to be posting. I have a general idea. But this one that she posted was what scares you more, vampires or werewolves? And so people are like commenting about which one of them that, they really are afraid of. So it's just kind of funny that we didn't talk about vampires. How are you afraid of vampires?
No, I wouldn't say that I am. No, I don't care for them. Like, I'll watch vampire movies. I think, I liked all the stuff. My daughters got into the vampire stuff.
The Twilight.
Vampire, with that and Vampire Diaries. The originals, all those were good. I like that. I don't like killing, murdering, slaughtering, blood, guts. I don't like any of that. And maybe it has to do with the fact that my dad was murdered. Maybe I'm very sensitive, so I just think that it does not resonate with me, and I don't like the way it makes me feel. That's the number one reason. The mindset that I get into. If I could go there and be like a roller coaster ride, woohoo, oh my God, that was so awesome. And then come out of it laughing and fine, great. But what happens to me, Manjeet, is I can't sleep. I'm thinking about it nonstop.
No, then it's not fun. It's just not fun. Right. No, then it's not fun at all. Because if you're not going to be.
I'm a wuss. I'm sorry. I'm a mushy gushy cheeseball wuss. I'd much rather watch cheeseball Hallmarks 10 times over any of that shit.
And that's where I can't.
Could not. Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Like, I know. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I know. I can't do them. I appreciate their role, and it's a really great way to escape. And there's always a happy ending. Like there's a formula there.
There is,
and I honor.
It's one that I like to choose to sit in, so that's why. So scary stuff. I'm so curious. Yes.
Do you want to hear my favorite
Halloween Hallmark ones though? Hallmark Halloween.
Oh, okay. Let's see how that goes.
I'm sure they're super scary. I'm sure you'll be doing the, what do you say, the jump? What is it?
Jump scares. Jump scares. Yeah. Do you want to hear my favorite vampire movie of all time?
Yes.
Oh my God. This is so scary. It was so good. It's called Let the Right One In. Let the Right One In. It was. Never heard of it. Yeah, it came out actually 2008, it looks like, but it is, it's about it's just a very different way of looking at vampires, and it's just brilliant. It is
it
so
under
good.
The genre of horror?
Horror, absolutely. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Like, okay.
Okay.
And did you go to the theater to watch this?
No, we watch them. We'll watch them on. I think this one might even be on.
Okay, so you're not like go to the theater to watch these horror ones.
No, we don't really go to the movies that much, really. We watch a lot of movies. Well, we have a huge theater downstairs, so we watch movies down there, which is our private theater. Will's a big, movie guy, right?
Yeah. No, we are too, but I love going to the movie theater. It's my favorite thing to do.
I love having the theater downstairs. We just hunker in and it's just so big. Like we watch Top Gun down there. Like, those big movies. Those are all like we'll watch.
It's still better on the big screen. Top Gun was so amazing. I love the new Top Gun. That was such a good one. I know we're getting off topic of scariness, but yes. So I was just curious if you guys you ever go to the theater to watch a scary one, but you don't go watch movies. It sounds like.
We don't really go very often. I mean, I think after COVID, we just kind of like stopped really going. And there hasn't really been anything that I've been really wanting to see out, but I mean, we definitely like to go. We used to go all the time with the girls when they were younger, but there's some very scary, awesome, scary stuff out there. And if you like you're like so scared that you don't know which side is up or down.
Oh God.
You got to check out some of these awesome shows that we're talking about.
Right. Oh my
Train to Busan. Train to Busan changed my life. That was like, oh my gosh.
Changed your life.
It was so good. It was so good.
Someone out there watch it and then report back to me if it changed your life, because I will not be watching it to see how changeable your life is.
Well, I don't know if it changed my life, but it was just a really cool way of looking at of zombies. Like, it was just really good.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it. I just don't like it. So, oh my God, we're so different.
That was fun. It was a fun little episode. Oh my gosh. You're like, you're all. Oh my God. Holy shit. I was like, what?
You can't scare Manjeet. Everyone just knows this. You can't scare Manjeet. Nothing. She watches all this. Oh my God. Well,
it's so good. So good.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I love you. I love you. I love you. This is so much fun. I can't wait to talk about. We kind of changed from like, scary stuff to like movies and all that fun stuff. So please let us know, what are you afraid of in our Insta? And we'd love to hear from you.
Right. And happy Halloween, everybody.
Yes. Happy Halloween. We love you guys.
Have fun. Ooh.
Namaste.
Can you do a witch? Let's do a witch. Can you do a witch?
That's a ghost. Oh,
that's good. That was good. Wait, did we do it? Okay, we did it at the same time. You go. Okay. You do the ghost.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, that was good, sister. I like it. Okay, I'll do the crazy witch. Ready? Okay. I don't know.
Holy shit. We might have lost somebody on this.
I love it.
I love it.
I love Halloween. I love it. I love it. I love it so much.
I love it. It's going to be awesome. And we will see you all again soon.
Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.